Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the go-home show of NXT, and tonight we have a tremendous Fatal 4-Way match between all four major champions. Stay tuned for more. Alright, it is time to shock the system, as it is time for Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish making their way down to the ring, as Kyle O'Reilly will be taking on Ivar of the War Raiders to open up NXT. These two tag teams will be going at it this Saturday at NXT TakeOver with the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. A lot of big matches coming up this Saturday, with this tag team match being one of them. Also one of them is Tommaso Ciampa takes on, we have Ricochet and Johnny Gargano in a triple threat matchup coming up Saturday. We'll be naming all the other matches later on tonight, but I think a match that very well could be stealing the show this Saturday will be the Undisputed Era versus the War Raiders. If given time and no tricks or anything are being put into this match, I think very well could steal the show this Saturday. But tonight we get a little taste of what's going to be coming our way, as the very dominant War Raiders take on one of the best tag teams we've ever seen here in NXT, and that being the Undisputed Era, baby. As now here come your NXT Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. They are undefeated currently. They've had some tough tests, but they've been able to walk away still undefeated. I mean, honestly, their biggest test was against an unknown tag team. Two guys were basically put together, Cole Quinn and El Mago. But that was a couple months ago. Maybe the War Raiders have kind of put that away, kind of reinvented themselves a little bit, and make sure that never will ever happen again. Ivar and Eric looking to continue dominating the NXT Tag Team division. But there's going to be a lot more competition, though. So you got Undisputed Era, you got this lovely tag team right here, the Viking Raiders, as well as you got some up-and-coming tag teams coming our way. You got Imperium, you got the Forgotten Sons, as well as we got Breezango making their way to NXT via the draft. And I'm sure we'll see some more tag teams make their debut, but as of right now, the War Raiders and the Undisputed Era are on top of their game here on NXT. And it looks like we are ready to get this match started. Kyle O'Reilly taking on Ivar, part of the Viking Raiders. And if Kyle O'Reilly, you cannot try and do power, you got to go after the big legs of the big guy. It's not going to be easy. And it's a bad thing for the Undisputed Era that Ivar can move around like a cruiserweight. Ivar and Eric, these two men can fly through the skies like any other cruiserweight. So you got to be very careful what your strategy is against Ivar and Eric. Going for a big punch there. Here comes, ooh, nice STO takedown there of the big man. Now this is a good idea. This is what I'm talking about. You have to focus on the legs. Do anything you can to keep the big guys on the mat. As now Kyle O'Reilly looking to inflict some more damage here. Oh, big knee strike to the face. I mean, that's one way to do it, one way or another. But tonight, in our main event of the evening, it's going to be a all-champions fatal 4-way, as it's going to be the NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa against the Cruiserweight champion Pete Dunne, against the North American champion Lars Sullivan, against Aliester Black, the United Kingdom champion. A lot of stuff is going to be going down tonight. That is one of the big matches. No championships are on the line in this fatal 4-way, but it's all about momentum heading into NXT TakeOver coming up this Saturday. As Kyle O'Reilly, look at this, now turning it into an armbar. Could we see a tap out quickly in this matchup? As now Ivar trying to fight out of it. Big punches from the big man, able to get out of it momentarily. Oh, big elbow strike though from Kyle O'Reilly. Gonna throw him off the ropes here. Oh! Showing a little bit off the power there, but just like that, Ivar is back up to his feet. And Eric there at ringside watching this very, very closely, making sure Kyle O'Reilly doesn't do anything underhanded. As a big discus clothesline off the ropes takes out Eric. Or I should say Ivar. Ooh, the big punch there. But uh-oh, this ain't good. Oh, look at that sit-out powerbomb. Absolutely out of nowhere, showing off of how big the strength is for the War Raiders. Able to pull out these wonderful maneuvers out of nowhere. It's a nice pump handle slam, takes out Kyle O'Reilly. More of a pump handle throwaway slam, but nonetheless, as a face slam, down goes O'Reilly. And the War Raiders currently have the momentum here currently. See if they can keep it up. Oh God, this ain't good. Oh my God. Kind of reminds me of the that DDT that Randy Orton likes to hit from time to time. Just how vicious it is. As now, here we go. Vicious knee strike to the side of the temple. Also later on tonight, we're going to see Cassius Ohno in action before his big match at NXT TakeOver. Tonight, Cassius Ohno takes on the Velveteen Dream, who is currently struggling to pick up some wins here recently. But tonight, Cassius Ohno will be taking on Velveteen Dream. Cassius Ohno takes on Matt Riddle at NXT TakeOver. Cassius Ohno doesn't like how Matt Riddle's getting opportunities. He's new to NXT. He's the new sparkly toy that you get at Christmas. Basically, is what Cassius Ohno is saying. And Cassius Ohno is just sick of being overlooked every time something happens. And Cassius Ohno has been on a very, very angry streak ever since joining Tommaso Ciampa. It's just a shame that Cassius Ohno would turn on his friend Johnny Gargano months ago and then just continue to back up Tommaso Ciampa, doing anything in his power to stay relevant here in NXT. As now Ivar has Kyle O'Reilly right where he wants him, and another clothesline takes down the #1 contenders. As now Ivar looking to fly here. Oh God. Oh God. Look at the moonsault from the 300-pounder. Just like that. And now Bobby Fish looking to take the... I think he may have put something on that top turnbuckle. Pinfall attempt here. 1, 2, no, 2.5. And I don't think Bobby Fish wanted to get involved that last time, because he already tried to attempt to put something in that top turnbuckle. Jawbreaker there from O'Reilly. Going for a forearm strike, he misses. And now Ivar going to make him pay with a back suplex. Ivar is all fired up, ladies and gentlemen. Can he put away Kyle O'Reilly? We saw this earlier in the matchup. Just beating him down, and just that ricochet from the middle of that ring has cost Kyle O'Reilly to be busted wide open here. But O'Reilly with a nice tiptoe reversal there into a clothesline, able to get a glancing blow at least there. As now O'Reilly, nice neck breaker here. It's a pretty good opening contest to open up NXT, ladies and gentlemen. We still got tremendous matches coming your way. There's a devastating discus forearm strike, and now Ivar gonna roll out the ring and try and recuperate. And also, your NXT Women's Champion will be in action, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as she will be taking on another opponent here. As now Ivar, Kyle O'Reilly, tossing him right into the apron. Nothing wrong with getting some damage in just before throwing him away. Oh my God. Just that knockout power there from Ivar. Just putting it all in that strike there. Very vicious. As now a sit-out powerbomb there. Like a spine-buster powerbomb. Whatever you want to call it. Very effective either way. As now, and again, just throwing him into the apron. Maybe he's trying to make sure he's not going to be 100% heading into this Saturday's big NXT Tag Team match. Oh my God. Did you just hear the absolute thud of that knee just hitting the dome there of Kyle O'Reilly, and now bouncing O'Reilly's head right off that steel post. And O'Reilly right now, ladies and gentlemen, is busted wide open. But somehow still moving, still conscious, still moving around. All he needs to do is try and put him away. There's now O'Reilly throwing him off the rope here. Oh! Nice arm drag, takedown there of the tag team champions. Can O'Reilly get back in this match here? As now O'Reilly picking up the big man. Uh-oh. O'Reilly. Uh-oh. Oh, O'Reilly. O'Reilly looking to make Ivar tap. Can he make him tap out? A headlock is applied. Submission hold. Ivar cannot breathe. If he could somehow grab that bottom rope at least, he might not tap out. But Kyle O'Reilly forced to let loose on it. But sometimes the submission hold does enough for the pinfall. 2.9. Very, very close, but Ivar stays in the matchup. How much is left in the tank for the big man? It's a big wrestling takedown, bringing those punches here. Oh, and I believe Ivar now is busted wide open. Can't really tell on him, but you could tell that something was busted open there. As Ivar doing a veteran thing, rolling out of the ring. He knows he's in trouble right now. And obviously for Ivar and Eric, these guys are not single superstars, and neither are the Undisputed Era. They're used to tag team action where they can tag in their partner or whatnot. So these matches are kind of difficult to be in. Look at that big drop right to the midsection. That running slam right to the midsection. All that weight dropping down on him. It's a devastating punch to the back of the skull. O'Reilly may be out of this. As now Ivar with an attack to that lower back. That is not going to be feeling good tomorrow. Spinning leg kick to the dome. O'Reilly could be out. Pinfall attempt here. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. And Ivar thought he had him very, very close. How much is left in the tank here? As now O'Reilly once again with the reversal. Oh, going right after the knee. Wasn't able to get all of it, but able to get some of it. As now look at this. Oh my God, come on. Just glancing blow to the side of the skull. And a big boot to the side of the skull once again. And we could see an upset victory possibly. I mean, the Undisputed Era might not call it an upset victory, but you very well could call it that. At least in singles action. As now Kyle O'Reilly. Oh my God. The velocity on when he dropped him on his head. That was very, very fast. And it very well could have knocked him out. Here we go. Is it enough? Yes, it is. The Undisputed Era with a big win heading into NXT TakeOver, ladies and gentlemen. A much-needed win for the Undisputed Era. As we get ready for a big matchup next, it's going to be Cassius Ohno taking on the Velveteen Dream. Oh, come on now. O'Reilly, you did the damn damage, man. Come on. There's no need for this. Come on. We are back, and here comes the very charismatic Velveteen Dream, a man that needs a much-needed win very, very quickly. He will not be at NXT TakeOver coming up this Saturday, but his opponent will be, as Cassius Ohno will be taking on Matt Riddle in one-on-one competition. And that match should be a very hard-hitting match between both of those gentlemen. Dream has, I keep mentioning it every single time we see him come out, but obviously the look, he has the moveset, he just needs to put everything together, and he doesn't know how to put away opponents. He's been very, very close multiple times, but it's just, he's been getting wins here and there here in NXT, but he's not able to string along victories, get a winning streak going. It seems like he'll pick up a win and then, will earn a loss, and then maybe pick up another win and then a loss. So, I mean, Velveteen Dream, he just needs to pick up some wins. And tonight, maybe he can start by defeating the veteran Cassius Ohno. and get him back in that winning column and start maybe trying to take over NXT. But one step at a time. As here comes Cassius Ohno, that SOB. The knockout artist. This man is very, very dangerous still. He may be getting older, but this veteran is like a fine wine. It just gets better with age, and I think Cassius Ohno, honestly, I'm surprised he's not a champion here in WWE as of yet. I mean, right now he's working with Tommaso Ciampa, and it's been very effective. But for Cassius Ohno, it's maybe if you're able to pick up a win over Matt Riddle this Saturday, maybe it's time to focus on a championship opportunity. Go after one of the champions. Go after the winner of the Roderick Strong, Aliester Black match, possibly. Maybe even go after Keith Lee or Lars Sullivan, the winner of the North American Championship match. Cassius Ohno would have to drop a couple pounds if he wanted to go to the Cruiserweight division. Or maybe Cassius Ohno wants to go after the NXT Championship. I highly doubt that because currently Tommaso Ciampa holds that. But I digress. The crowd is going crazy for this match. Wow, this is the loudest I've heard it all day so far. Velveteen Dream, Cassius Ohno. Here we go. Swinging neckbreaker there to the Dream. As now Cassius Ohno. Oh, what a big boot to the dome. Takes out Dream. And I think Dream needs to start off fast here, honestly, because, I mean, if he continues to start losing streaks and stuff, he's not going to be featured here on NXT, and that'd be a big shame. Velveteen Dream is a hell of a talent. As, oh my God, a pile driver right to the neck and head area. Velveteen Dream could be in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. Cassius Ohno is sending a direct message to Matt Riddle here by just coming out here and dominating the hell out of Velveteen Dream. It's a snapmare takedown there from Cassius Ohno. And just dominating this match from the get-go. Dream cannot get anything going as, there we go, little kick to the head, playing a little bit of possum. Let's see if he can get back in this matchup. Is now Cassius Ohno going to continue his dominance. And Cassius Ohno does have some big wins over quite a bit of superstars here in NXT. The likes of Johnny Gargano, Velveteen Dream before as well. I mean, he's even faced Matt Riddle before. So I mean, Cassius Ohno, he's one tough SOB, and he's a man that's willing to do anything in his power to hurt his opponent. And he's even had a big win over Ricochet as well a couple months back. So I mean, Ohno has been in the big matches. May not be championship matches, but Cassius Ohno definitely has some big wins in his career here on NXT. Is now Cassius Ohno looking for a powerbomb. Dream trying to fight out of it, trying to get something going in this damn matchup. It's a big clothesline to the outside. As now here comes the Dream. Looking to inflict some damage here at ringside. Oh, nice reversal there from Cassius Ohno. And the crowd is not too happy about what they're seeing by the Cassius Ohno dominating the Velveteen Dream here. Oh, right into the steel steps once again, and Cassius Ohno just sucking up all the negativity here in the crowd and just taking it all out on Velveteen Dream here. This Dream is struggling here for the most part. And he's been able to get some maneuvers in, but it just hasn't been enough to inflict any damage to Cassius Ohno. And for Cassius Ohno, he's going to be liking what he's doing so far to the Velveteen Dream, making sure he's going to be 100% walking into NXT TakeOver this Saturday. And talking about all those matches this Saturday, it is going to be Matt Riddle taking on Cassius Ohno. It's going to be Lacey Evans defending her NXT Women's Championship against Candice LeRae. That rivalry continues, as well as Aliester Black takes on Roderick Strong in a tables matchup. Pete Dunne defends his Cruiserweight Championship against Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Championship. The War Raiders versus the Undisputed Era in a NXT Tag Team match. as well in the main event of NXT. It will be your NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa defending up against Johnny Gargano and Ricochet. And if you guys have been watching NXT these last couple months, it's Gargano's tried to do anything in his power to get revenge on his former friend and now bitter rival Tommaso Ciampa. We even saw Johnny Gargano win Money in the Bank for NXT at a pay-per-view. But that didn't work out too well, as Johnny Gargano, he didn't want to wait any longer. He wanted to cash in as soon as possible. And it was a match that it was against Tommaso Ciampa, and I believe it was either Oney Lorcan or Danny Burch, where Tommaso Ciampa just outright just wrecked his opponent, and Tommaso Ciampa would get cashed in on by Johnny Gargano, and Gargano would end up losing to Tommaso Ciampa because Tommaso Ciampa didn't suffer enough damage in that matchup. And also for Ricochet, every time Ricochet would try and get a match against Tommaso Ciampa, Cassius Ohno would get involved, and Cassius Ohno was able to stop Ricochet from getting a championship match at the time. But eventually, Tommaso Ciampa would have a match against Ricochet, with Tommaso Ciampa walking out still the NXT champion, leading to eventually this Saturday with the triple threat match. NXT champion Ciampa defends against Gargano and Ricochet. And the big question is, Ricochet is on Monday Night Raw now. And what if Ricochet wins this Saturday? Because he's on a hot streak on Raw right now, ladies and gentlemen, defeating the likes of John Cena. And, if you guys watched Monday Night Raw, having a big non-title match against Shinsuke Nakamura and defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. But it seems like he may have provoked the big dog, Roman Reigns, and I don't know what that means. Oh my God! What a discus kick to the dome, and that very well could be it. Yes, it is. Cassius Ohno with a dominant win. Velveteen Dream was able to get some maneuvers there at the end, hitting those vicious DDTs at the ringside there. But look at this, right to the side of the temple, and it was all she wrote for the Velveteen Dream. Dream needs to do something, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like an all-time low, man. Like I keep saying, he has the look and everything, but he's just currently struggling. Hopefully he'll find out a way to get out of it. But big win for Cassius Ohno. Cassius Ohno takes on Matt Riddle, veteran versus newcomer. What is going to be the outcome this Saturday as we get ready for some women's action? Lacey Evans is now in action. As here comes Kairi Sane. She's had some matches here in NXT. She hasn't had too many. But Kairi Sane, going to be a very underrated NXT women's superstar in this division. This women's division is absolutely stacked, and you very well, arguably, could say this is the best women's division in all of WWE. Raw and SmackDown have tremendous women's superstars. I could name a lot of underrated superstars both on Raw and SmackDown, but for me, NXT has the most, arguably the best women's talent we could have. So you have anything from Lacey Evans. We used to have Ember Moon, but she is no longer here. She's on Monday Night Raw now. So it kind of opens up with everything. So you have Candice LeRae. You have Kairi Sane here. We have Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, amongst other. I could keep on going, and it'd probably be like a 2-hour video, honestly. Might be kind of exaggerating with that, but still, we have tremendous NXT women's talent here, and I cannot wait to see where it ends up going. And hopefully this woman right here will, I hate to say it, but hopefully she won't be women's champion for too much longer, because the only way she's champion was using some brass knucks WrestleMania weekend. If you guys need to go back and watch that, make sure you guys do, as it was a triple threat match, and she used her brass knuckles out of nowhere. Obviously it was perfectly legal in that matchup, no disqualification, but she used some brass knucks out of nowhere and knocked out her opponent in that matchup, leading to her picking up a victory. And tonight Lacey Evans looks to continue her winning ways as she does take on Kairi Sane in a matchup that Lacey Evans does not need to put past her right now. Kairi Sane, a very dangerous opponent here tonight. We very well could see that insane elbow tonight. So now Kairi Sane with a nice Russian leg sweep there. I mean, this division is so tremendous. I mean, we've already seen some talent. We've like the likes of Dakota Kai, the likes of Candice LeRae. Oh my God, I could go on for days. This division is going to be the future. If they ever move to Raw and SmackDown, those women need to watch out. But and when I say the NXT has the best division, I'm not knocking Raw and SmackDown. There is a lot of tremendous Raw and SmackDown Live women's superstars, I should say, that very well could be the future of their own brands. Likes of Becky Lynch, Carmella, you got, at least on SmackDown Live, Charlotte. She's the top of the SmackDown Live division, and you don't know who could be really next in line for a championship. We know Shayna Baszler got drafted back over to SmackDown Live, so maybe that could be a future bout we could ever see there on SmackDown Live. Oh, is Lacey Evans kind of toying with Kairi Sane. And Lacey Evans has had a pretty good start to her career. She basically started off with feuding with Dakota Kai when both of these women coming in to NXT, leading to a couple matches here and there. Lacey Evans ultimately getting the upper hand and leading to Lacey Evans trying to bully her way in the women's division to get title opportunities. That's basically what happened when Ember Moon finally became women's champion and she was done with Shayna Baszler. Ooh, big chop there from Kairi Sane there. Sending a message and a nice drop kick to the back. Uh-oh. But Lacey Evans catching that one and swinging that left knee. That is not going to be feeling good for Kairi. And see if Lacey Evans can put her away. Her opponent, was that the women's right or was that a forearm? I believe that was a forearm strike. But I mean, either way, that's very effective. Just knocking Kairi Sane out briefly. Is Kairi Sane with a nice elbow strike? Can she get back in this matchup? Oh, she's looking for the Luthes press right to the dome there of Lacey Evans. And now just going to stomp away on the midsection, looking to do as much damage as she can. Is now Kairi Sane with a nice Russian leg sweep again. And the crowd is absolutely loving Kairi Sane. She's definitely going to be a fan favorite. She has an interesting moveset. She has a very tremendous look. I mean, she was very over there in her other independent wrestling organizations, coming over here to NXT to continue to wrestle the best women in the world today, and she definitely gets that with the NXT women's division. And tonight she may not have a lot of matches in her career here in NXT, but I think for Kairi Sane, nice spear there. I think Kairi Sane continues to get some matches and gets showcased. I think Kairi Sane could definitely be the future of the NXT women's division. But there is so many women you could say that about that you kind of got to be careful. Let's look at the strength of Kairi Sane. What does she have in store here? This could be very bad for Lacey Evans. Oh my God. Dropping her right on that top rope. Oh, and then a nice drop kick into the corner. Pretty good back and forth matchup so far here. Is now into the corner. Has a nice hard Irish whip. As Kairi Sane, what does she have in store here? Uh-oh. Spear to the midsection. Uh-oh. Are we going to see Kairi Sane get into her world here? Kairi Sane. Oh, no. Lacey Evans with a nice reversal and makes Kairi Sane pay for it. Kairi Sane was looking to hit that whatever you want to call it in the corner, and she's going to suffer the consequences with the ladies' right, or I should say the woman's right. And that very well could be end of the night for Kairi Sane. And it is. Kairi Sane, she was able to hit that running drop kick or whatever she was trying to do. It very well could have ended in a different outcome. But tonight, Lacey Evans with a big win before her big matchup against Candice LeRae. Can Evans continue this? Will this be the outcome this Saturday at NXT TakeOver? And Lacey Evans is not done yet. Come on, Lacey. You've already showcased your damn skills tonight. Come on. And Lacey Evans, no. Right into the steel steps. Lacey Evans with a brutal message sent to not just Kairi Sane and not just Candice LeRae, but the whole women's division, that she is not taking any of them lightly, and she will take them out one by one. As now it is main event time, ladies and gentlemen. A huge fatal 4-way for your main event go-home. Bro, this Saturday is going to be the toughest test I've ever had here in NXT. When I face Cassius Ohno, a man that's done anything to help out Tommaso Ciampa, hurt his opponents, anyone from Johnny Gargano to Ricochet. But this Saturday, I stop that. I put away Cassius Ohno. I take him to the woodshed, and I put him out of his misery. And you know what? Let's spice it up a little bit, Cassius. How about we make our match this Saturday a no-holds-barred matchup? I'll see you later, bro. Big words there from Matt Riddle. But now we have a big marquee main event. A first time ever fatal 4-way all champions match. Tommaso Ciampa, one of the longest reigning NXT champions in history, bringing out Goldie. Tonight, he's going to face a tough test in a match that he very well not be 100% heading into his NXT TakeOver matchup. Ciampa takes on not just Pete Dunne, not just Lars Sullivan, but he takes on Aliester Black in a very brutal, fatal 4-way match. This match is going to be brutal, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be the fate of heart. And Ciampa, he's going to have a hard time holding on to Goldie this Saturday once he takes on Gargano and Ricochet. The rivalries come to a head. Ricochet and Gargano have been dealing with Tommaso Ciampa and essentially Cassius Ohno these last couple months. Will they be able to walk out with Goldie, that NXT championship, or will Tommaso Ciampa find a way to walk out still your NXT champion? As now, here comes one of his opponents tonight. The very brutal Cruiserweight champion, Pete Dunne. He faces Cedric Alexander this Saturday. And for Cedric Alexander, it's going to be a tough test. And I love Cedric Alexander as a performer, but with how Pete Dunne is currently, I don't think he's going to be dropping that championship anytime soon. With how vicious Pete Dunne has been recently, I don't see that happening. But stranger things have happened here in WWE, but I don't see Pete Dunne dropping that championship for a very, very long time. That Cruiserweight can do so many different things, ladies and gentlemen. Work on your fingers, break toes, break ligaments. That is all Pete Dunne does. As now here comes the Freak, Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan, your NXT North American champion. But he's going to face another big man, with that being Keith Lee. Lars Sullivan was actually scheduled to face Walter at NXT TakeOver, but Walter has unfortunately gone MIA. And same with Imperium so far. Hopefully we'll see them back sooner rather than later. So we saw a big fatal 4-way match to see who would be taking on Lars Sullivan and Keith Lee. Or actually, I believe it was a triple threat match. But Keith Lee ultimately walking out of that match between I think it was Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, and Keith Lee there. And Keith Lee walked out as the new #1 contender. But the question is, can Keith Lee dethrone the Freak? And will we bask in Keith Lee's glory? And now here comes your United Kingdom champion, Aliester Black. And Aliester Black, he is officially on the SmackDown Live roster, ladies and gentlemen. So, same thing with Aliester Black. Does he, if he still walks out with champion, will he continue to be champion and be on both shows? Because we've got a lot of superstars that are both on Raw and SmackDown currently that have championships around their waist. Or possibly could have championships around their waist. As Aliester Black was facing off with Eric Young in his debut, leading to a double DQ, or not DQ, but a double countout. And I'm actually being told that we're going to see that match one more time, but with no countouts, no disqualifications, coming up this Friday on SmackDown Live. So Aliester Black, he's going to be pulling off double duty this week. A very brutal match tonight. He's almost going to be triple duty, honestly. We got Friday Night SmackDown, and then he's going to have to defend his championship the next night against Roderick Strong in a tables match. And for sure, Aliester Black is not going to be 100% heading into that very brutal matchup. You hate to say that, but that's what's going to be happening. Whoever walks out with this champion, or walks out with the victory tonight, you're not going to be 100%. There's too many superstars in this match for you not to be hurt somewhat, unless you just stay at ringside and wait for a certain point to get into this matchup. As Pete Dunne and Aliester Black going at it, and now Lars Sullivan and Tommaso Ciampa. Oh God, Lars Sullivan toying with Tommaso Ciampa with a power slam there. As now Pete Dunne. So thinking about doing a Aliester Black over there in the corner. Oh, can just toss him outside like a rag doll there. As now Lars Sullivan just toying right now with the NXT champion, showing him how dangerous he can be. Both men are very dangerous, but Lars Sullivan, the Freak, he knows how to get it done inside that ring. Big punch of the kidneys right to the midsection there. As again Lars Sullivan. Everything Tommaso Ciampa tries to do is just not working out. Kick to the midsection now. As Lars Sullivan. This ain't good for Tommaso Ciampa. Release powerbomb. Down goes the champion. And if I'm Gargano and Ricochet, I gotta be loving what Sullivan's doing right now to Tommaso Ciampa. He's just systematically destroying your NXT champion here. As Pete Dunne taking it to Aliester Black over here. Oh, look at the strength of Pete Dunne, your Cruiserweight champion. The set out powerbomb. As now Sullivan tosses the NXT champion over the rope and just wants to continue sending a message to him. And maybe Lars wants to come after Tommaso Ciampa after possibly defeating Keith Lee coming up this Saturday. You just never know. As now Pete Dunne focusing Aliester Black still, just choking his life out on that middle rope. Oh, and I think he's torturing his hand or arm there. Couldn't really tell from that view there. I believe it's the arm, that forearm right there. Oh no, Lars Sullivan, no. Release powerbomb again. Tommaso Ciampa cannot get anything going, ladies and gentlemen. He's just getting systematically destroyed inside and outside of that ring. It's a nice power slam, takes out Aliester Black. As Tommaso Ciampa trying to get something going against the big man Lars Sullivan. As hard Irish whip under the apron. Tommaso Ciampa talking some crap to Lars Sullivan there. Uh-oh, he's going to get cost. Oh my God. The innovative maneuver there is armbar. Oh my God, look at this armbar. Look at this maneuver from Pete Dunne. This is what I'm talking about, Pete Dunne. He is a different type of animal, ladies and gentlemen. He can do all sorts of things. As Lars Sullivan breaking that up, and now he wants some Pete Dunne in his life. As the MVP of this match so far has got to be Lars Sullivan, man. He is taking out anyone and everybody in this matchup. As now, look at that, just tossing him almost halfway across the ring, essentially. Kick to the midsection, brutal kick to the midsection, and again. As now here comes Ciampa from behind. No, the backbreaker to Lars Sullivan. And just like that, Tommaso Ciampa inserts himself back into this matchup. As now Ciampa, hard Irish whip, takes out the monster, the lunatic, the freak, Lars Sullivan. Oh, big punch to the dome there, and a big clothesline. As Pete Dunne taking the fight to Aliester Black once again in the middle of that ring. And if you guys are just tuning in, this is the first ever Fatal 4-Way All Champions matchup. Tommaso Ciampa being your NXT champion. Pete Dunne, your Cruiserweight champion. Lars Sullivan, your NXT North American champion. And Aliester Black, your UK champion. Tommaso Ciampa all happy about what he's doing to Lars Sullivan, even though he's had gotten his ass kicked to this whole matchup essentially. As now back in the ring we go. Pete Dunne throwing Aliester Black into the corner here. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Pete Dunne looking to fly here. What does he have in store? Oh, back elbow drop to the midsection. Very innovative maneuver there from Pete Dunne. As now Pete Dunne. Here we go. Pete Dunne with the release suplex slam. Takes down Aliester Black. And Tommaso Ciampa taking some trash here as a pinfall opportunity. 2. Able to kick out at 2.5. And now Tommaso Ciampa focusing on the Cruiserweight champion. And now trying to choke his life out. But Lars Sullivan wants some more of Tommaso Ciampa. Oh my God. And Lars is just so dominant. Uh-oh, wait, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne looking for the bitter end. Bitter end. Bitter end to Tommaso Ciampa, the NXT champion. Is it enough? 1, 2, 3, yes! Lars Sullivan did all the damage in this match to Tommaso Ciampa. The bitter end out of nowhere from Pete Dunne, and he ultimately picks up the victory tonight in this first ever Fatal 4-Way All Champions match. No title was on the line, but nonetheless, a huge Fatal 4-Way. And look at this pinfall after that bitter end. And it was all she wrote. Lars Sullivan just a millisecond away. And will this be the scene this Saturday? Will Pete Dunne retain his Cruiserweight Championship? Which champion may lose her championship this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know down in the comments. Cannot wait to see what goes on, but we do have one stop before NXT TakeOver, and that being Friday Night SmackDown. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great day.